Thank you for joining us for the Super Return interview. Today I have Tom Balashev, CEO of M Capital, and we're going to talk about real estate. Welcome, Tom.
Thank you.
Where are the compelling investment opportunities in real estate at the moment?
I think it depends what your attitude to investment is. There's opportunities anywhere you look, and I think that's what we're finding is more interesting. The funds that I think are really dynamic and innovative now in the real estate space are the people that are prepared to think outside the box and look for the opportunities where the opportunities are, not just follow trends.
So more of a bottom-up approach than a top-down approach?
1000%.
Why is real estate an attractive investment opportunity for institutional investors now?
That's a great question. Firstly, it's always been a great option for institutional investors. I think the number one point I would say is that the stock market is overpriced. Private capital markets, frothy. What we try and look at is something that offers reasonable priced assets, good yield with an exit. And I think real estate offers all of those things.
Sounds very tempting.
Come and join us.
And how do you create value in real estate investments?
Okay, so we would first of all start with the sourcing of the land. We use a very extensive network of property sourcers both in the UK and Europe, people that have a track record that we trust, that we value their expertise, so we don't have to second guess anything that they provide us. The second part would be in the development stage. So that would be where we would look to build sustainably and cost effectively whilst not compromising on the actual aesthetics of a project, not just using cheap materials for the sake of doing so, but doing it with an end goal in mind. And finally would be the exit. I don't personally believe that real estate should always be about holding an asset for the long term. I think it's very important if you can add value, exit, and use that cash to cycle into another project.
And what are some of the lessons you've learned over the years?
That's a great question. The biggest lesson I've learned would be, I think every fund manager, every investor can always be tempted to follow a trend. You see everyone around you making a decision, you feel tempted that you need to do that, and I'll be the first to admit that when I've done that, I haven't necessarily lost, but because I haven't stuck to my core principles, I regret doing that. So I think moving forward, it's about being disciplined and making sure you stick to the values of your investment focus. So that the biggest lesson I've learned would be not to follow the crowd.
Where do you see the real estate market in 10 years?
I think it's got an exciting 10 years ahead. The biggest trend, even though we were talking about trends a second ago, I think the thing that everyone should be focusing on is co-living, co-working, but not necessarily in like a WeWork scale. It's about building an environment that's for sustainable communities. I think real estate as whole developments will be a place where people can work, live, perhaps farm agriculture. There'll be small communities, and that I think is where people should begin investing in the future.
Tom, it's been a real pleasure having you here with us at Super Return. Thank you.
Thanks very much.